had something baseball-wise that caught your eye today, right?
Yep, Jeff Passan had sort of an outlook of the free agent market and the players who would draw the most interest, the teams who might be the most interested in those players. And at the top of his list, as one would expect, was Shohei Ohtani. Listen to what he wrote. Ohtani, according to multiple sources, has expressed affinity for certain teams and cities in the past. He deeply respects the Los Angeles Dodgers' winning ways, their ability to develop players, and their progressive coaching approach. He appreciates the Texas Rangers, not just for their 2023 World Series victory, but the fact that early in his career when he was playing in Japan, they expressed strong interest in him. He loves visiting Boston and has a fondness for Fenway Park. Okay. So when I read this, I say, well, he likes the Dodgers because of their winning ways. Texas was on him from the beginning. They wanted him from the start. He loves visiting Boston and has a fondness for Fenway Park.
Sort of like my Aunt Millie.
Huh.
Nothing to do with the actual team.
Or the city.
It's a tourist attraction for him.
Well, it says he loves visiting Boston. It doesn't say anything about wanting to live here.
It's a great place to visit.
Getting a big fat paycheck from New Balance.
Right.
Who's a sponsor for.
So I read this and I say, well, wow, talk about damning with faint praise. Like that sounds like a let me use you to jack up the price for everybody else because I can still get those things by coming in as an opponent. I can visit Boston, and I like Fenway Park, where I have a .310 career batting average, by the way, but mostly because I get to hit against the trash that the Red Sox put on the mound repeatedly. So this whole thing with Ohtani, does anyone really believe that when push comes to shove, does anyone really believe that the Red Sox are going to outbid the Dodgers, the Rangers, the Mets, maybe even the Yankees or whoever else for Shohei Ohtani?
No way.
They're going to be in on it, though.
Okay, so, and I agree. They're going to be in on a lot of guys.
It's obvious they're already in on it. They're just not going to win the bidding.
So this is the part that now concerns me. Just because you want to spend money doesn't mean that you'll be able to. Because everybody, and this is something also that Passan pointed out, the free agent pitching market is deep, he says. Everyone wants pitching this winter. Like, seriously, everyone. And you know what that means? The price is going up. So whether it's the Mets, the Yankees, the Dodgers, the Mariners, the Padres, the Rangers, whoever, there's going to be serious competition for how confident are you in the Red Sox ability to outbid other teams, both in terms of their recent history of spending, and secondly, what exactly do they have to offer versus those other teams if everyone's offering a lot?
Right. So I don't love their chances. I still think they're going to do something this year.
So do I.
Compelled to.
But it might not be what everyone wants. I mean, the big fish on in the pond are Yamamoto, Ohtani, maybe Blake Snell if you wanted to throw him into the mix. And their chances of getting any one of those three guys, I think, are relatively low. Because I think those are going to be the first three guys off the board. And the market for these guys is huge. So they have to be willing to pay out the ass. Or they're not going to get anybody. And I'm not sure they're going to want to be willing to pay out the ass. I'm starting to think a trade's going to be their better option.
Such as?
Look, the easy one, I keep saying this just because it's easy and it's, I don't have any inside info or anything, Murray. But the White Sox are going to have a fire sale. They've basically told everybody we're moving our people. So if Dylan Cease goes and the Red Sox want, and I don't know why the White Sox would do this, but if the White Sox wanted to move both Dylan Cease and Luis Robert in center field, the two of them, the Red Sox could offer a pretty decent package. I mean, you could give up a couple of younger pitching prospects, and you could give up one of your two shortstops that you took in the first round, whether it's Meyer or Mikey Romero, who apparently had some problems in the minors this year, but he's a first-round pick.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you just say you could give up one of your shortstop prospects?
Correct.
Including Meyer?
Yeah. If you wanted to get Luis Robert and Dylan
Marcelo Meyer, who they just drafted 4 overall or whatever a couple years ago?
Correct.
Oh, they're not trading him. You want Breslow to trade that guy?
No, I'm saying if they wanted to, they could.
You think that's an option?
I think that...
You want them to do that?
I'm ruling out nothing.
Oh, come on.
I'm ruling out nothing.
Isn't that the highest pick they ever had?
It is.
Just about. I mean,
Yeah, he also sucked when he got to Double-A.
he did.
Mhm.
So you trade him like that?
I'm just saying, what if by giving up Marcelo Meyer, you could get a center fielder who had 38 home runs and who was a plus defender, and you could get a front end starter who's 28.
All right.
I'm just asking.
I'm just okay.
I mean, you got to give it.
You said that so casually, like this is the guy.
I know.
Would the White Sox be willing to deal with them? Because they did ultimately kind of lose that Chris Sale deal.
Sure, they'd be willing to deal with him. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, with prospects, it comes down to who's got the best prospects. And so, if you want to put a guy like that on the table, you can make a trade like that.
Because it was Moncada that went back there, right? And he really never did anything. I'm just wondering if, like, I'm the White Sox. I'm like, well, they sold us a bill of goods before. The hell with this.
That would just be so annoying. It's it's so schizophrenic. And I know I'm yelling at them now for something they haven't done, and I don't think would do. But you just posited it. I mean, you just said it. So I'm going to yell at them for something you said.
Okay, no problem.
It's like,
I like it that way.
one day, we're going to hoard prospects like we're some sort of nut with newspapers piled to our ceiling in our apartment because we're nutty hoarders, and we won't give up anything because we can't afford to give up a single prospect. And then the next day, we're going to trade our number one prospect, who we drafted in the top 5, is our highest pick ever, and is the best young prospect we've had in decades. Like, that would drive me nuts if I were a Red Sox fan.
Okay, I'll give you another one. Slightly different variation. You keep Meyer, but you trade Roman Anthony, who's an outfielder that you have in your system.
So that one does, I don't know who that is.
Okay, so he is the number 11 overall prospect in baseball.
Okay. Oh, God, he's number 11 overall?
Yep. Again, he would had a massive year in the minor leagues.
No, you know what I would want if I were a Red Sox fan? Can I keep some of those guys? I don't know. The number 11 in all of baseball. I'll trade the number 11 guy in my system.
I might have had that wrong. He's number 2 in their system. I don't know if it's 11 in baseball.
Is Mayer number 1?
Mayer is number 1 in their system. Yep. And then they have they're
Can I keep like the top 3 prospects so I have some sort of continuity with what I've been doing here the last couple of years?
Okay, but you understand my point. This is one of my things with the Red Sox that is irritating me a little bit. They just signed Yoshida to play left. Okay? They need a center fielder. They now have Abreu to play right because they're going to trade Verdugo. So why can't you trade a minor league outfielder for this kid in Chicago?
I'm just, it's like, I don't know. I'd like to keep the top prospects. I mean, I would. You went through the Bloom era. You finished last again. You got that again. I keep fumbling. What was Mayer picked so I get it right?
Number 4.
He was the 4th overall pick. It's like, no, can I see that one through? Like, let me see that one through. And the 2nd overall prospect in my system, like, I'd like to see a couple of these guys through. I don't go like one day keeping all of them to the next day trading all of them. Like, that's stupid. Like, let's not do that.
Okay, I didn't say trade all of them. I said,
but you just floated Marcelo Mayer.
Yeah, what if you can get 2 all-star caliber players for him?
I want to see Mayer. Is it Mayer or Meyer?
Meyer.
I want to see Meyer through.
I think.
I know. I mean, I should at least be able to pronounce the name or tell you where he was drafted if I want to keep him so badly. It's just the principle of the thing. You understand.
Mike, I'm just telling you, if they want to make a move, and there are going to be 1 million people out there signing players and throwing money around, their best chance might be a trade.
What happened to our Corbin Burns, Christian Yelich deal? Stu, that's still on the table, don't you think?
Well, the Brewers just got rid of their manager, or he left them for Chicago because he knows what's coming.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, the Brewers probably don't want to pay Corbin Burns, and they probably hate Yelich's contract, and so, yeah, there's a path for you there.
I'm trying to find out whether this Anthony guy ranks in the top 100, and I can't find it.
Can we get Major League Baseball players instead of worrying about these stupid prospects, who most of them fail anyway, especially from the Red Sox?
Except for Marcelo Mayer is the 4th overall
Yeah, he
pick.
should have been the number 1 pick, and 3 teams passed on him.
What was Moncada when Dombrowski was here?
And there was a shortstop who went after Mayer at like 6, who's already in the big leagues.
So, by the way, according to Baseball America, again, which to me is the Bible, Marcelo Meyer is the number 15 overall prospect in Major League Baseball. This kid, Roman Anthony, is 19. So they're in the same neck of the woods.
I would keep those guys for now and just have some sort of semblance of a long-term plan. Even though you've changed GMs, You sucked bad enough to draft those players. You're developing those players. See a couple of them through, and especially the Mayer kid.
Yay! Let's go for 77 wins at the major league level again. Do that finger popping gimmick you do.
Or Meyer, whatever his name is.
I mean, you got him signed. You got Trevor Story signed for the next 4 years. You have plenty
he blows.
Anyway, there's your Red Sox minute. You enjoy
I hated it.
Long commercial-free segment is next.